And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Here's Peyton up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. Wilson. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The slot man in motion right. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he is caught by Lamb. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They hand this one to Gronk. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Rob Gronkowski taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. They'll try and run it here. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they get in for the opening drive score, and they go for two. They kept the kicker lonesome over there. They said, we don't need you this time.
Kickers? Who needs kickers for PATs?
Be nice now.
We want them for field goals, not for PATs. They went for two and got it. It's a new tone setter for this team.
They begin with Henry, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to have it here just past the 25.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover two because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. He gets this one to Johnson. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. In motion, the tight end. From the 44, Wilson got a man. That's Colin Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jason Taylor able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and the pressure gets to him again. That's Crosby in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it, a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Patriots are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They'll get 34 yards there. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then
and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Calvin Johnson, as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Here's Toney to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Room here to run. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Guys had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And score here the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Peyton going to get it again on second, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Throwing is Wilson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. In motion comes the tight end left. Again, Wilson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he's got some space here. 20, 5, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James Cook, 43 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in this.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by a former Patriot legend, Rodney Harrison. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Washington. 63 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Kyle Pitts, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. They're going to try and run. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy.
Around the 41-yard line. Jonathan Allen never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 73 yards. And the Commanders get a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They're going to keep it on the ground, but he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And I think Washington got it. Yes, they did. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And the Pats are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll try the right side here with Peyton. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now a give. Here's Peyton running left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. On the give, here comes Peyton. Fighting for the end. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Flush to his right.
How's that throw? Don't stop that.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well, and always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MU. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon, picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll try the right side with Harris. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort there on the catch and run. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Patrick Willis. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 45-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
So that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into point. And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Up the middle, it's Edwards.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Lawrence to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked up by a former Washington safety, Sean Taylor.
Ready? 60 out there. 5. Christian, travel.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready. 80 weapons. Let's go.
They run once more with Edwards. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
So on 4th down, Matt Rule brings out the field goal unit.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Mills throw here into the hands of Jones.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
It's brought in by Greg Jennings.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds down now and 10-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Third and long for Mills.
He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Big play from a big man, Kayvon Thibodeau, off the edge and dropping him behind the line.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. A pair of negative running plays, and now they're looking up at a 3rd down at 17 to go.
Mills to throw it.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline.
And Mills is intercepted for the third time. Picked up by a former Washington safety, Sean Taylor. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try to make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Second down and goal. Mills. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And now what we have here, a third and goal.
Throwing, Mills.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Fourth down, Mills.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by a former Washington safety, Sean Taylor. And the Panthers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts it.
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 2. They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Rob Gronkowski taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. That really sets him back, a loss of 6. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. To throw, Mills. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Mills now. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Credit the sack to the safety, Sean Taylor. To wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to...
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Here's Lawrence. But I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. They go play action now. Lawrence can't get away, and he's taken down. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. After the sack on first down, Lawrence, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all three timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And now here is another interception. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way they pick. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Looking deep for Jennings. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Now their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit.
And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's going to go down. His time has now run out on this game. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed.
You ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds all huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bring it home victory, straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A good start. One play, 10 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see it where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Carr looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Play action now. Mills. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. They run for the first time with James Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. James Cook, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Play fake, Mills. They'll dump this off to Cook. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. Third and goal, Mills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 8 yards out. And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And the ball is knocked out, and it's Washington that scoops it up inside the 20. Still shedding tackles, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. James Cook with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into it?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. 21-0 our score after 1. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They go play action. Mills. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. James Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first-half lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing on first down is Carr. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And it's going to be batted down. 89 yards. And the Commanders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 1st and 10, McNabb gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They'll roll him out right. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. Down inside the 10. And touchdown! Cordero Patterson, 49 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Off the play fake, Mills. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down throw for Mills. The left side completion to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On play action, Mills. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense. Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mills. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Washington. Julio Jones, 30 yards. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, look and repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick. But throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. First down, here's the run with Cook. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a little bit of this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice intercept.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg Jennings from 10 yards out. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got Smith here. Finding space at the 40. There he goes left side. Past the 20. Touchdown. A great play there. 81 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They start the drive with Cook. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you can almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Looking to throw is Mills. Rolling to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Night Train Lane. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's McNabb. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down, Mills. Throw left side, complete. That's Cook. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Mills. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Mills. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Mills on 4th down. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. This is Eric Dickerson, 4-time rushing champ. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. First carry for James Conner. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. We're scoreless after 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He'll dump this one off to Conner. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Conner is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run for it here with Dickerson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Dickerson trying the right side. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They'll go right back to the ground with Dickerson. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Eric Dickerson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around.
And at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Again, it's Mills.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. The kick by Carlson is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. With the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work.
2nd and 10 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. Dickerson on the handoff to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action. Now Breeze. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jason Taylor, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Breeze. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. Well, this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
Threes to the flat. That's caught. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Vinatieri's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Looking deep for Jennings. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Jair Elam makes the pick, and the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Inside give to Dickerson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run now with Dickerson. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end end zone.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last.
Do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. Oh, and he'll wind up losing yardage on the play. You cannot have that. And also 4th down now. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a...
Away.
Buying time to his left. And his first pass is incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now it's Jackson. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And this is Cook with the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mills. That's brought in by Greg Jennings. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Here's Mills. Caught by Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Now on 2nd and 13, Mills. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. A dump off for Charles. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Jackson will throw again. Out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And now the common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Mills to throw it.
Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
From the 44, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Charles.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Jackson steps away to his left. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. To throw is Jackson. Going underneath for Charles. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first down throw for Mills. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Niners will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 2020 boards.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
From the 16, Mills. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Mills now. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Washington going to send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Play fake, Mills. He'll buy some time right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
To throw, Mills. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Patrick Willis. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Perry. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out in the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Tucker's kick is good. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. He finds his man, complete. It's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. Right back to Cook for another completion. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now Mills. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Off the play fake, Mills. And this is caught, Jennings. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This for the lead in the final stages. Carlson able to put this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds Kittle going across the field. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's Crosby in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Here's Jackson. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you know, you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Richard Sherman. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Touchdown. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Mills. And Cook has it, left side. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They go play action, Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They run for the first time with James Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Julius Peppers, yes, he still has it. Give him the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this 1st quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 14.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Running it with Dickerson. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he's got room. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry for Dickerson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just... And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Eric Dickerson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early. 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll roll him out right. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski, a 14-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Takes it at the 7, and he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Trying to lay one up deep, and it's caught. Touchdown. Zach Gentry, 30 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any...
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this pervert? And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now he's forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Eric Dickerson. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane.
Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football. On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford.
All right, rifles run, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Mills.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Play action now, Mills.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Open man here is Gentry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The final shot before the break. Stafford going up top.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Starting the third quarter with Cook. Dances by him. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half two.
So two words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Mills. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Cook running right. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run again on first down. Cook, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Looking to throw on second down. Mills. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Mills on 4th down. And now here's another interception. He's got daylight. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. On third down, they go to Dickerson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Inside give to Dickerson. First times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. A throw left side to start out. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. Quick throw complete by Mills. Touchdown, Washington.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my... Oh, a miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out.
And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mills.
And my goodness, another interception. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They hand this one to Gronk. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Dickerson on the handoff.
They'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Back to Dickerson here on 2nd down.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They'll run now with Dickerson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They snap it to Stafford. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Mills. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half.